My footage.
Okay, well, praise the Lord, hallelujah, and thank you, Jesus. It's around that time right here on KAZ Radio, where I have one of my most favorite shows, Sisters of Leisure with Tracey and Michele. Take it away, sisters.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you all for coming once again to Sisters of Leisure. We are super excited about our guests. We are super, super excited about this weekend. It is Juneteenth weekend. So some of y'all may have the day off tomorrow. I don't know. Right. It all depends on who you work for. But at the end of the day, we are so happy to have you here. I'm Tracey. I'm just one part of Sisters of Leisure, where we are living every day and seeking and understanding real events.
And I am Michele, the little sister.
And I just want to say this. I just want to say that I noticed y'all probably see a lot of women that are bald on the show, because this is not just a podcast for entrepreneurship. This is also a podcast to inspire people, to encourage people that if you are living in a situation that you are afraid to be free, be free, be free. Mm-hmm. Be free and accept the person that you are, because God never makes mistakes. He does not create no junk. And I just had to say that. So with that being said, I just want to introduce to you all this wonderful woman that I had the pleasure of meeting at an event that we met. Her name is Sandey Greene, and she is very, very talented, I must say. I mean, she is very talented. I met her, and she gifted a young lady with a gift, and it was a beautiful basket with everything that this woman had already spoke to her about, but she remembered and gifted her with all those different things. And I thought that was so beautiful. Mm-hmm. That was so beautiful. It was like in a balloon, and it had all these pretty little trinkets and things in it. I thought that was just so amazing. And then I had the pleasure of going to her home, where she opened her home to us and just blessed us the whole weekend long. I'm telling you, when God aligns you with the right people, he aligns you with great, amazing people. And this woman right here is super amazing. And I just love her to pieces. And she's also my soror. I just like to add that too. So, Sandey, please let us know all about who you are, because right now I'm just intrigued. I'm totally intrigued by you.
My name is Sandey Greene, and I'm the founder of Don't Stare, Just Ask, #alopecia. I'm the founder of Righteousness Overpower Negativity. Is a organization. My son was hit and killed by a drunk driver in 2009. So God gave me that name. It's the same as my son named Ron when you spell out the letters. And I am the founder of Alpha Zeta Kappa Sorority. That started this year in May. I'm also a medical assistant, a phlebotomist, an EKG tech. I'm a substitute teacher, and I'm a grandparent of 7.
Wow.
Whom helped you today to fix your camera.
Oh, and a legislative liaison for my district to talk about alopecia.
Now, how did you come up with, I know we're bald, but Don't Stare, Just Ask. What made you come up with that?
Well, I didn't, God did. I was scared, I was nervous. I didn't want to go outside because I was bald. And he gave me that name, and I could have never thought of that name. First thing people do is stare at you. So I wear shirts almost every day that says Don't Stare, Just Ask, all different colors.
Yeah, so you know, and so like people would just, of course, people are going to stare, right? Because they're not used to. And I wonder if they're staring because, like, wow, she's so brave, or wow, she's bald. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think both. I've been asked did I have cancer, or what was going on, or did I just cut my hair? No. I didn't just do it. It was alopecia. And a lot of people don't know about alopecia, but they are very familiar with cancer. So when they see a bald person, automatically they think about cancer.
Yeah.
They do think about cancer every time. Now, I understand that you're an actress as well. And I had the pleasure of being a little part of, being a part of your movie that you were going to be in coming out. Yeah. And what is that all about?
My character, she plays a stepsister with alopecia. So I get to tell my personal journey. And it's exciting because I'm being me. I don't have to be no one else but me. And I thank God for giving me the movie to be in, but allowing me to be myself.
Mm-hmm. So what made you, so how did we get here? Tell us, how you got to this point where you're like, you know what, I'm taking this wig off or whatever, or did you ever put on a wig? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, I used to wear wigs, and what changed my life for the better is I was going to put some blonde hair in my head. I was in a bathroom. I had finally found the specific blonde color I wanted. And I messed up and looked in the mirror. And when I looked in the mirror, I got real, real sad. And I started crying. And so me and God is in the bathroom, and he said, it's time. And I'm like, it's time for what? And he said to shave your head. I freely shaved my head. It's like when I did it, I got free. It was like so many emotions was going through, but they was happy emotions. I didn't have to hide no more. I didn't have to lie no more. I didn't have to deceive anyone, especially myself, because I was hiding a lie. I would say I want a person in my life that's going to be real and honest, but I was not living my real truth.
Mm.
Okay, bars.
Yeah. Yeah. That is the truth. You wanted to be real.
Yes.
But you weren't even being true to yourself.
I wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I decided from that point on, before I shaved my head, I had stopped dating anything. I wanted to give my entire self to God. So that was, I hadn't dated almost 2 years now. I don't even talk to no one as far as dating, because I want God and I want him to have all of me, not half of me, not a little of me. I want to give God all of me. And from then he just gonna open up doors, door after door after door after door. And I'm like, if I had known this, I would have been shaved my head.
Yeah. Because and so, you know what, and that's the story for a lot of things. Not just, that was brave of you to shave your head, but like just period in life, when we listen to, when we quiet ourselves and finally get to listening and we act, it's just like bam, 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 all these things, and you're able to see it and glorify it and witness it. And so, like, I love that.
Yes, yes. Now you have righteousness overpowers negativity, Ron.
Yes.
I know you and I connected through the loss of a child.
Yes.
How did you come to grips with that? Like losing your child and then going on healing and then coming up with the righteousness overpowers negativity.
Again, it was God. For me, in the beginning, I wanted to commit suicide because the hurt was like unbearable. It was something I never thought I would ever experience in life. I couldn't turn to anyone because when I tried, they thought I was crazy. No one really took out time to really hear me. And so I just became in this bondage, if you will, negative thoughts. And so when I gave it to God, because I went to everybody except God. And when I went to God, he gave me the name Righteousness Overpowers Negativity. And that's my son's name, Ron. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm not totally healed, but I'm learning to deal with it. I'm learning to speak to other people with, about my son's death, because it's something I wouldn't wish on no one. The pain, I can't even, if I try to describe it to you, I'll be lying, because there's no words for how I felt and how I'm feeling now. There was no word, and I know a lot of words, but I don't know that particular word.
Yeah, you just it is an unspoken word, really. It's just sometimes it comes on you, and you just have to release it some kind of way. But it's nothing that you can really say a word, if you will, to ease the pain of that type of a loss.
Yes.
So what does your organization do? What is the mission?
We get together and we talk about our deaths, because everybody deal with it differently.
Yeah.
Where my son was killed by a drunk driver, he was walking and a guy, he hit my son and drugged my son 139 feet. Someone else, their son was probably, or daughter was in a car and passed. So we get together and talk about it. We cry. We walk together for walks, for different walks. And most importantly, we acknowledge God. Because anything that I do, if I cannot acknowledge God, I do not want to be a part of it. I don't care what it is. If someone gave me $1 million and say, okay, I'm gonna give you this money, but you cannot mention God's name one time, well, I have to give it back because I have to mention God. He's my healer.
Indeed. Yes, indeed. Give the money back. Don't let your flesh keep
Don't
it.
even let you wouldn't even keep it, wouldn't even touch your fingers,
No.
Yeah.
Because that don't make sense at all anyway. So, me and you talk a lot, and, it's so important to pour into each other. And like you said, mention God and how much he just blesses you just to wake up in the morning, to see another. No, not everybody has that opportunity. Some people go to sleep mad and never wake up. You know what I'm saying? So we have to think about those things. But you created a sisterhood for young ladies to be a part of.
Yes.
And you made specific instructions and made it very, very clear that we only pouring into each other, because you really could kick yourself out of this sisterhood, if you will, by having the negativity and things like that. So what made you want to create a beautiful sisterhood like this?
Again, I was hurting, didn't have no one that I can turn to, no one that I can depend on from what I needed. And God started talking to me about doing a sorority. I've always wanted to be in a sorority, but never have. And I'm like, God, I'm not even qualified. So I tried to give God's idea to someone else. And he was like, no, it didn't work. So he was like hounding me and pressuring me. So I said, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. And so I started doing it. And, it's just awesome where you can get with women, positive women, educated women, powerful women, and talk about God, talk about your hurt, talk about your disappointment, stuff that I did not have. And we talk about it. And it's just amazing how you think it's only you, and it's not. When we started talking on one of our Zoom calls, I realized that it's just not me that was feeling the way that I was feeling. Some women was feeling the same exact way. But had I not started this with the help of God, I would have never known. I would have just thought it was just me. We get together, we pray together, we send each other messages every morning, and it's just powerful. And the only way you can we don't put anyone out of our sorority. You put yourself out with going against our guidelines. You can't go against your sister, talk about your sister, belittle your sister, none of that, because a lot of people coming in that's broken and they need that sisterhood. And that's what we are here for, to empower each other in a positive way and in a godly way.
Yeah, that's important, because, it's important to surround yourself with people who are positive and who are feeding into you. We were having that conversation not too long ago. It's just really important that as women, especially in this day and age, we're just so much going on, that we're able to connect and bring each other up in a way where you feel part of a sisterhood, and you want like, it doesn't make any sense for anyone to be a part of anything but something great, so I love that. Congratulations to all of those things that you created.
Yes. Because like she said, it happens. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And what I learned as well in this sisterhood in this short length of time, you can be broken and still powerful. And I say that is because you're willing to talk about it. So although you're broken, you're giving yourself power by speaking about it and want other people to pour into you. Instead of the devil will have us in his silent place, in his quiet place, and mentally it tears us apart. But that power come in when you start to talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to open your mouth and share. Because my sister and I was talking this morning, she was telling me about a young lady. I don't know her name or anything like that, but her story was powerful. She only said a couple of sentences. I was like, wow, and amazing, you know. But this girl is still standing. She's still striving. She's still moving on with life, but has been through some real traumatic situations.
Yes.
You know, and it's so important to open your mouth and share. You can't withhold your gift, because your gift helps the next person heal. That's what I've been learning. Yeah. So what things do you have next for your foundation?
For which one?
Don't stare, just ask.
Well, we have an alopecia walk coming on September the 17th. That's the next thing for don't stare, just ask, getting ready for that powerful walk. Last year it was amazing. I'm thinking it was going to be probably like 20 or 30 people. It was almost 200 people. We count 197 people.
Wow.
Was that your first walk?
That was my first one. Yes.
Wow.
So what does it benefit? What does it do? What is the walk? Is it just, every group of people getting together and walking, or does it the proceeds or something of that nature?
We get together, we share our journeys, we talk, we empower each other, we let each other know it's okay. Some people that have alopecia, they still have hair, or they still in hiding. And it's our job to just talk to them where they are. It's not my job to try to convince you to become bald. No, that's the wrong thing to do. It's my job to educate you and say it's okay. Wherever you are, I'm going to meet you there.
Because a lot of people don't know much about alopecia and didn't really know that that's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah. You think you're just losing your hair, or you just think you're not beautiful, or you just think it's something of that nature, and you don't even know it's alopecia. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't even know what it is.
Right. Well, see, I knew what mine was. I had mine over 23 years now. 23 years. I knew back then. I didn't know what alopecia was. The doctor just said you have alopecia and walked off. So it was my job to go and research what alopecia was. But my hair wasn't coming out, so it really wasn't important to me. My hair didn't really start coming out until my mom, my son, and my husband died within 3 years. And my hair really started to come out real bad. I thought it was from the stress, but it was just the alopecia. And it became known to some people when they had the Jada Pinkett, Will Smith, and Chris Rock thing, something negative, it opened up the door for alopecians for something positive, because it began to educate people.
Yeah.
Well, I understand you have a proclamation. I'm so sorry, I can't even get the word out.
Yes.
A what?
A
Go ahead,
proclamation.
Okay.
What is that?
A proclamation is a paper that you receive from your from your mayor's office. I have like 24 of these. They agree that you're doing something positive in the neighborhood. And I have like 24 of them from like different cities in my county.
I love that.
Yes.
And
For
she's
your
good.
area?
What you saying, Michele?
For your area, for your area you live in?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I love that.
Yes, ma'am. And how I found out about proclamations, again, God. I never heard of a proclamation. And I can say for my journey, God was the lead of everything. He told me every single thing to do because I wasn't educated to know what I needed to do. Not saying that I don't know things, but I was not educated about a proclamation and how to start an alopecia walk and how to start a sorority. But listening to God, he told me every single thing to do. And when I became obedient, doors just started not opening, they were swinging open. Mm-hmm. I had to catch up with the promises.
Mm.
More bars. I love it.
You had to catch up with the promises. That's how much the doors were opening for you.
Yes. And I also model for alopecia as well.
Wow.
So before everything happened, how do you feel like your journey was going? Like, you like when you said, okay, God, I surrender, the door started opening. But before that, what did you really feel on the inside when you were on your journey of life?
A lot of brokenness and disappointments because I've been through a whole lot in life, a whole lot, things you couldn't even imagine. I've been through it. So I was on a pace of just going down. It got to a point when God was telling me to leave certain people alone and don't do certain things, and I still did it. So God started to break everything in relationships that I loved. He was taking it away. Friends that I thought I had to have, he was taking it away. So I found myself by myself, and that was the best thing I could have ever done, was to be by myself, because I began to learn who Sandey was. Because in other friendships, relationship, it was all about that person. So I was broken. I was broken bad. And when God started to break me, yes, it hurted. But was it worth it? Yes. Because now I can say, I know who Sandey is. Mm-hmm. I know who Sandey has become. I become that person where God was trying to get me there a long time ago, but my flesh kept me from going where I needed to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now I'm 55 and I'm living my best life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like trust the process.
Yes.
I mean, we have to trust the process in everything, in anything we do, so like we have to trust the process.
Yeah.
Yes. It was hard.
Yeah. Because sometimes it is hard, really. Because when you like doing certain things, you seem to keep gravitating to that. Oh, yes. Guilty, Jesus. Guilty.
Are you sure I got to let this go? Yes. Yeah. And when you don't let it go, he'll make it so it would have been easier had I let it go myself. Mm-hmm. But because he had to intervene and had to take it from me, that thing hurted. Some things hurted to the core. I cried, I screamed, I begged. It didn't help. But now I can see where I was going wrong versus when I was in it. I just thought I was right. But no, I was totally wrong. I was doing things totally against the will of God.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you can't avoid it at the end of the day. You gotta take a leap, everything. I find myself telling people all the time, the only constant that I know of is change. And if we have to don't let your phone update more than you.
Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna put that on a t-shirt. I'm gonna say, don't let your phone look. Don't let your phone.
I mean, listen, do not let your phone have more updates than you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah,
that is good. Yeah. I like that. Yes, that's
true. We gotta keep moving and growing. It doesn't stop. I don't care. Age makes no difference. If you're not constantly getting it, doing something.
Yes.
Because that phone is updating while you sleep.
Mm-hmm. And guess what? It's gonna tell you that's what it's gonna do.
Yeah. If you have it plugged in. So you got to be plugged up to the right people.
To the source.
Yes, you got to be plugged in, because it won't update if it's not plugged in. It'll tell you. It will not an update because your phone was not plugged in. See, I'm staying plugged in to a G. I got to stay plugged in.
Yes.
I
Stay
got
plugged
to
in.
stay plugged in. You know,
That,
but
put that on the
awesome.
shirt.
It's awesome. And like this is just the beginning for me. This been just a year for some of the things that's been going on.
Yeah.
There's more things coming, but
Yeah.
I'm in the position to receive everything that God have for me.
And you're able to see it.
Yes.
You know, because sometimes, you know, it's right there, right in front of us, and we're unable to see it because we just
Doing too much.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's marvelous right there. You know what I'm saying? That I love that, you know, when God gives you the answer, because you know, sometimes I'm like, really? I don't want to do that.
That's right.
You know, and I have had situations where when I don't, I'd be like, man, maybe I should have did what I first initially thought of.
Yeah.
You know? So I love that. I love that your confidence in this whole journey. It's all, you know, it's that to me, that's what is a journey of just confidence. Just saying, you know, forget it. I'm here. See me.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not being arrogant. You know, the worst thing it is in life is for God to tell you something and you don't do it, and you see someone else walk away with what God told you that you can have. But because you wasn't obedient and said, no, I'm not, he got to make sure you watch that person walk away with what he had for you.
Yeah.
That's a horrible feeling. Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Been there, done that.
I know this is about you, but I was going to speak up on me about how I was feeling, you know, the other day when it came to my daughter and the loss of her. It was just that I felt like I didn't give her my best self.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I mean? So I got a little emotional, but you know, I could give my best self to everybody else now that I come in contact with, but I felt like I wasn't able to give to her, but maybe I did for her. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because she was always a blessing and a great gift. So, you know, that's where I'm going with that. I just had to say that.
Yeah, but you know, if we don't give the best to ourselves, how can we give the best to someone else?
Yeah.
So I'm like, now I deserve the best. And that's not being arrogant. I deserve the best, whatever it is. It can be a piece of chicken, but I want that best piece of chicken. I don't want those hand-me-downs. No, I want that best, whatever it is. I want the best of it.
Yes.
The more bars.
Yeah.
Absolutely love, right? Give me the best piece. Thank you.
Yeah, I want the better piece. That's
So
right. I don't want the smallest piece. I want the biggest piece. Whether I eat it or not, I deserve it.
Period.
So I want that biggest piece over there, and I want that best piece.
Yes. So how can people get in touch with you, Sandey?
You can get in contact with me by my social media. Facebook is Sandey Greene. It's SandeyGreene, or Don't Stare, Just Ask, #alopecia on Facebook. My son page is Righteousness Overpowers Negativity. My sorority is Alpha Zeta Kappa Sorority Inc. I'm right there.
Nice.
I just want to thank you for taking the time out of your day. And she's an hour behind y'all, so she got some daylight hours still left.
Oh.
So I'm just grateful that, Sandey, you came to our platform, Sisters of Leisure. It's been an honor.
Thank you.
I know you have more and more great things coming up and more great things that you're going to be able to share within a couple months.
Yes.
But you are a true blessing. I'm so grateful to be your sorority sister.
I love it.
Yes.
And so real quick, so how can people be a part of your sorority?
They can contact us on our page, Alpha Zeta Kappa Sorority Inc. Or they can go to either one of my Facebook pages and just contact me, and I will send application over. And we start taking applications again on July the 20th.
Nice. And one more time, when is your walk?
September the 17th in Fultondale, Alabama.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all so much.
And I want to say real quick, usually here on Sisters Leisure, we love to talk to everyone. But if anyone, whoever is watching, follow our YouTube page, Sisters Leisure, on our social media, Facebook, Instagram. It's all Sisters of Leisure. And if you know someone, if you want to be on a podcast, inboxes, go on our website, Sisters of Leisure, So I just want to let everybody know how to contact Sisters of Leisure too, if you want to come on the show.
Yes.
Thank you, Sandey.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank y'all so very much.